Hi there. I want to thank you for being a part of the birthing of my soul regression workshop. This has been in the works for 2 years, so I'm actually very grateful to be able to put it out into the world now, and I'm so excited that you're going to be a part of that with me. I did put it out in the universe that I wanted to have 6 to 8 people that I know personally for my first class, and I'm so excited to say that last night we got the 8th person, and I'm so grateful that all of you who are going to be attending are going to be here. And I know that you're all divinely guided by the universe to be here for this very first class. So thank you once again for attending. And I just want to give you a little bit of insight about what to expect in the class, why I'm having the class, and what kind of a class it is. And I was certified to be a certified hypnosis instructor through Chad James Company. And I was contemplating how to teach this class, but last year I was given some guidance through my spiritual teachers that I need to put this class out there, but not have any preconceived notions about how the class should flow. And through Chad James, when I was taught to teach this, it was a traditional hypnosis class where you teach people how to work with clients who need to lose weight, or they want to stop smoking, or how to deal with stress. But the more I thought about that, the more all we're doing during that type of hypnosis training is putting Band-Aids on the issues that our clients have. And so I really sat down and just meditated on how this class was to flow. And when I sat down to start writing the class, and this is exactly what they told me last year, they said, just when you sit down to write it, it will flow if you just let us help you. And that's exactly what happened. And so I want to tell you how amazing this process has been and how excited I am to be able to share with you. So this is not a traditional hypnosis class, but this is an amazing modality that is very spiritual. And it is so spiritual that you have to be working from the heart space in order for the spiritual teams to work with you. So that is very vital in this course. And I asked the universe to give me 6 to 8 clients, people that I know for this very first class. And so I'm happy to say that you all are those 8 people. So I'm excited to be sharing this with you. So I do want to say that while I was putting this class together, it was amazing how I had certain friends that would call me, and then I knew that they were actually a part of this workshop. So I'll introduce you to some of those people who are going to be coming in and helping out with the workshop. So let me share my screen with you, and then we'll talk about some of the logistics of the workshop and what to expect. I want to welcome you to the soul regression training, where we are actually healing the wounds of the soul. And what this workshop is helping all the light workers out there release these trapped emotions that are stuck in their bodies, like sadness, guilt, shame, fear. And a lot of people don't even know that they have these wounds, but it's really keeping them from allowing their light to shine and get out there and help the world and raise the vibration of the planet. So let's talk about the logistics of the class, where it's going to be. So this is Soul Regression Workshop. It's going to be held on February 28th, 29th, and March 1st, 2020 from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. It is going to be held at my home at 1124 Stoneypeak Avenue, North Las Vegas, Nevada, and the zip code there is 89081. And we do have a few options for lunch, so we will take a half an hour for lunch. So you can bring a lunch, or you can call Uber Eats on break and have something ordered and brought to the house. Or there are several restaurants nearby, but we only have a half an hour for lunch. So I don't know that you're going to have enough time to really go anywhere, but you might want to call in and order and then zip over and grab it and bring it back. So now let's look at a few things that we're going to do. So day 1 on the workshop, we're going to, of course, go through introductions, meet each other. Then we're going to talk about how soul regression came to be and what it is, and then why soul regression is needed. We're going to discuss some of the terms and the meanings of things that we're going to be talking about. Then we're going to get together and go through the interview process when you're working with your clients. These sessions will last anywhere from 3 to 5 hours with your clients, so they are very lengthy. Then we will go through some practice interviews with each other, and we'll practice on each other. Then we're going to talk about different scripts and go through the induction using these scripts. Now, I will provide you a script on the day of the training, but I strongly recommend that you create your own scripts, because you will have different clients who are going to be more receptive to one type of script versus another. And they also have different likes and dislikes. Somebody might want a beach scene, somebody might want to on the mountainside or something, you know. So just to have different scripts available, we're going to talk about that here in a second, and I'll show you ways to do that. But then we're going to practice the induction. So we're going to work on each other creating or doing the inductions, and then we'll talk about what to do when you count someone out and how to ground them back into the reality now. Then on day 2, the workshop, I have invited Jen Manzo, and she's going to come in and talk to us about online sessions. She's also going to be working with us all day on day 2, going through different types of inductions. This induction works through memories. So you just take a client to childhood memories. Oftentimes they're sad memories going through childhood. We're going to talk about how to navigate through a past life, current life, or darkness, because a lot of times when you bring people into a scene, they might experience one of these 3 things. And I want to make sure you know how to navigate through that as much and as best as you can. And then how to navigate through trauma, because when you have those clients who are dealing with sadness and guilt and shame, we want to know how to help the client release that. So we'll talk about that. And then a big one is talking about attachments. I'm finding that more and more of my clients are dealing with attachments. So we're going to talk quite heavily on that and how to work through that. And then at the end of that day, we're going to have more practice sessions with each other. So on day 3, I've asked 2 of my colleagues, Teresa Lemming and Brent Bothman, to come and share information regarding what they are specializing in. So Teresa and Brent are pretty amazing, both of them in their own right. So Teresa, I've asked her to share information from her own session that she's had and from her client sessions. She is also very gifted, and she's going to be guided by her spiritual team to deliver the messages that are needed for this particular group, for our group. So I'm very excited to have her here, going to be with us on day 3. And then Brent, he is also very gifted and connected to his galactic family, and he's had some pretty amazing experiences. So I've asked him to share those experiences with you and how we can connect with our clients' spiritual galactic families as well. I've asked him to speak to us about connections to our pets, and he's got some pretty amazing stories there as well. And then after lunch on the day 3, we hopefully are going to have time for practice sessions as well. But there is a lot of information to cover, because we want to look at where do we go from here and what support is going to be offered after this training. Now, my vision is to have a online training group where we can come together. I would really like to see all of you go out there and do some practice sessions for a couple of weeks, and then we'll get together on this online session and talk about things that you discovered, things that you need help with, and we'll do some more training. And then also I would like to have once a month get together where we can actually do practice sessions on each other, or I will bring people in and then we'll work on them as well. But my whole goal about this whole soul regression is to offer the support after the training. I really want to be able to help all of you as you progress and move forward on this journey. Yes, I would like to recommend some books. Now, I'm not saying that you need to purchase these books, but they really helped me on my journey. And how these books helped me was following the sessions that are in the book. It gives you a really good idea of how to ask questions, how to navigate through a past life. These books are amazing because all three of them helped me on my journey. And I'm not telling you to purchase these books, but I am telling you that it will really help you get a good understanding of how to ask questions and where to navigate when you're going through a past life. What do you want to see? Where do you want to go? What questions to ask? So both or all three of these are very, very good. The next three books that I'm sharing with you, these are amazing books, all three of them. The Metaphysical Anatomy is amazing. It is a little bit pricier, but it is so good because it gives you every illness that someone could possibly have, but then it gives you the metaphysical reason why someone might be experiencing a particular illness. So it's a great resource to have to help your clients. The next one here is Spirit Releasement Therapy. This will help you navigate through attachments. We are going to briefly go over attachments and talk about them a little bit, but this book was going to go way more in depth than what you're going to receive in the training here. And then this last book here, The Healing Waterfall, this is amazing, and I think everybody should purchase this one. It wasn't very much money, but there's 100 scripts in here, and the scripts are pretty useful because a lot of times you're going to have clients who have a really hard time getting into that deepening gateway, and you want to have a resource of scripts to fall back onto to help them get into that deepening gateway. I write my own scripts in a lot of cases, but this is a great resource also for writing your own scripts because I go through and I'll read a lot of these and I get ideas from it. I don't always like the way that it is, the verbiage they use in it or the way they put words together, but it helps me to think about different ideas when I'm writing my own scripts. So it is a very, very good book, and I do highly recommend that you purchase this particular book, The Healing Waterfall, because those 100 scripts are going to really help you in the end. So once again, I just want to say thank you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on February 28th, and I think it's going to be an amazing weekend, and I know that all of those who are going to be in attendance to the class are divinely guided to be here, and the class is going to be amazing. So I'm so looking forward to seeing all of you. So I love you all. Namaste. Thank you.